Okay, trading recap for the 17th of September. This was like a 5-hour day because yesterday I went back down. So it's not really that much that I care about the 5 hour. It's more that I care about that I nullified the giant losses from Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember what it was. And anyway, it was obviously a really good day. So here's my trade log for the day. I traded ABCL a minute after the open. It did have a positive catalyst, but it was gapping basically right into resistance. So I had written down that it was a perfect gap and crap, and the market went short right at the open. So this thing, and there was this massive liquidity zone right here at like 21.9, basically $22. I saw it open on massive volume, and then it kind of went north on absolutely no volume, like nothing, less than 50,000 shares, and then it came back down, and I went with more than 1 hour. I kind of have a hotkey for 1 hour and then another hotkey for if it's an A plus setup, and I went short. I drew this in afterwards. This isn't actually where my risk was. It was a lot tighter, so it was closer to 1 hour that I actually got. Bounced off this 21.9. This is a scalp of all scalps. But then the next minute, I mean, like, look at this. I could have had 4, 5, 6R. And then it crapped all the way back down here to support from yesterday's high. Like, it made, whatever it was, $2 move, $3 move, something like that. So I started the day off green, and typically my Fridays are not so good, so I just wanted a base hit, and I was happy that I got on base, and I was like, okay, well, I'm up. I think I was up like half an hour at this point. And then right after, again, 3 minutes after the open, I traded IPHA. It was a 1 minute 3-bar play right here. Not really at all, but pretty much. I mean, look at where this thing went. It went to $12. So I missed the entirety of the move, but the ATR was this, so I wasn't going to trade above this anyway, even though I know that the float is wrong on this. The float, apparently, at 50 mil is way wrong because this is all locked up due to being a SPAC or whatever. So I know that the ATR is meaningless, but I just don't want to trade above it because I don't know when that'll catch me out. And the thing did fade all the way back down, right? So I took it long. I didn't even bother drawing it in because it happened so fast. I took it long for the break of the high of day, like 7. I got in apparently 8:11. No, 7:92 I got in. And then, yeah, I just partialed for this. I just wanted this level, and that was within my ATR. So I knew all I wanted was a really quick, just get out. And it happened so fast, I didn't have time. Like this whole trade, like, okay, so I got in at 9:33:11, and I got out at 9:33:14 and 16. I was done this trade basically in 5, 6, 7 seconds. So at least the majority of it. I think there's a certain part of me that's really good at like really quick momentum plays, and I can, with a high degree of certainty, nail when they happen and when they'll go, especially early in the mornings. So I've kind of started sizing up more on those, especially when they're not wiki, as opposed to the later in the day, like long fades, other than today. Next was Lucid. Yeah, I had to take a loss on Lucid, which sucked. Okay, so the play here on Lucid was this. This was not on my original gappers list at all. Still had ATR to do, gapped up, but I didn't like it. I actually took it off my original gappers list because it was up 2 days in a row. And it was it opened the day kind of into this resistance right here on the 200 daily, right here at 2230-ish. So there was this resistance, and it got above it, and that's why I wanted to take it long. So what it was actually a 2-minute 3-bar play. So it kind of sold off, did that, then came back, and I was looking at it for this whole move, and I said, no, I want it to come back and retest VWAP, and then I want to see, like, I'm not going to just expect it to run straight up. So then it did its thing, and I was sitting and watching it, and then I saw this where it tried, and then, I mean, obviously when I got in, this whole candle was green, and I got in early, of course, like literally top tick of that, like had to be, of course, right? I got in early because then I could see what happened here. So in this zone, if it was going to reject and come back down, or if it was going to rip. So that's why I got in early, and I was, a penny too early. If I would have just waited, and it would never have gotten to here, well then, I would never have been in it in the first place, which is too bad, because then as soon as it rejected here, I knew the likelihood of it going now is shot. So I took 50% off right here, had proper stop loss right below this area right in here, and I got stopped out. Oh, look at you, you just had to go without me, of course. Oh, there it is, there was the move. I don't know where, slowly volume builds, and then, yeah, so it was a 2-minute play, right? So, yeah, it would have been this weight, and it was the north of this, which is kind of frustrating. I guess this could have been playable right here. Came in on strong ball, but the resting candle also had strong volume. If I would have seen it, I probably don't think I even would have traded it here. But anyway, it could have been tradable. And I mean, look at this. If I could just game it out here real quick, if you would have got in somewhere here, stop loss down here, that would have been 1R, 2R, 3R, 4R. But I would have taken it. I know myself. I was looking for this level. I would have been out here. That could have been a 2R trade. Okay, PGTX. Okay, so PGTX is where I made all my money today. It was a 5-minute 3-bar play. I'll kind of open this. So, well, yes and no, whatever. Thrust these two together, and then the candle here, and then short. But they were playing dirty games with it, and that's why I didn't trust it. So I want to see if it looks better on a 10-minute or not. No. Then this was a 10 or 15-minute 3-bar play short finally, but I just want to talk about the first one. So it was down, so it was down 50% at the open, like it opened 50% down. Where is this stock? Yeah, right here, 60%. And it kept throwing these wicks to the downside, which scared me, and I hate seeing that on a short, because that means that they're probably turning shares. But I saw that this green candle was on extremely low vol, so I went short before the low of day, which is at that time 1930, and I went short over here, and it did this break, because at that time SPY was just crashing, like crashing at that time. And I was like, okay, so it broke, and then it sucked in shares, and I was like, okay, I'm out, like, forget this, like, this is stupid. And it looked something more like this, so I could have had 0.5R, but yeah, it wasn't worth it at that point. Then I drew in this trend line, and they made it look, on a 1-minute, they made it look like it was going to break above, right here, above the trend line. It went green, and it was on slightly higher volume, and they tried, and I went short, and I got out above this high, because I'm like it was supposed to have gone, because SPY was just, again, continually crashing, and I was like, this is dumb, like, why is it not going? And I was getting super skittish that, again, they were going to just rip this thing. So I had such conviction here that I added in again, and then finally got my 1R, didn't partial, 2R, didn't partial. I partial right here, just shy of 3R was my first partial, 50%. And then I was looking for this liquidity level down here. But I mean, the way DOS is, I can't really trust them that much. And there was a daily level here. So when it bounced right off the 17.50 and started coming up, I think that's where I was. Yeah, I was all out. I mean, granted, I could have held here for whatever R this would be. 2R, 3R, 4R, 5R, 6, 7 for the middle of this liquidity zone could have been doable, but I mean, I would like to spot this low vol where it made the bottom. Like the volume was so low here. It wasn't some final bounce and gone big ball. So, I mean, it's these big trenders that make a lot of my money. CCL was pure stupidity. 5-minute, 4-bar play. Could have also been a 10-minute, I believe. Yeah, 10-minute, 3-bar play. And I remember this, and I just remember hitting full-size hotkey. That's why it got me in 3 times. There's 3 little mini entries here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had my stop loss right here, arbitrary, right in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and I just remember, like, I got in, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, there's no reason for me to be trading this at all right now. Like, it just felt like such FOMO. But I got, 0.75R or 1R, whatever, and I had my stop loss just under this consolidation area, and I said, like, it'll either come back and rip, or it's gonna just tank, and sure enough, like, whatever. So I'm fine with it. It had a high degree of going. It still had ATR left. I found this one after the open. I was looking actually for 24 on it. Oh look, where is that? Yeah, I probably won't get there today. I shouldn't have traded this because I didn't really do any pre-market on it, but I saw it had ATR and stuff. Yeah, so that's my day. A lot of things I could improve. A lot of them, that being ABCL, IPHA, the way I played those. I mean, I missed out on so much of the move, it's not even funny. The way I played CCL, I shouldn't have played, bottom line. So at least probably half my day shouldn't have been trading. GTX was a lot of touch and go. It was a lot more 50-50 than anything. Yeah, this one probably was the highest percentage probability of going at that time. But yeah, I kind of did a bullish sandwich and looked like it was going to go. Oh well, that's what it is. Good day, at least I'm green on the week. Continue to fight. Happy for Monday. Monday's supposed to be a big week because apparently big Fed Reserve, whatever, is expected.